Assalamualaikum. So today we will present a report around the world mixer of Chinese and Japan country. First, background of the country selected. China. China is a country in East Asia and the crowded country in the world. Next, Japan. Japan is the Pacific archipelago of Japan is isolated by the Sea of Japan from the eastern coast of Asia. Next, we move to the economic condition in China. China is the second largest economy and currency in the world. China takes various economy dominated by the economy and agricultural sectors. It is the most populated nation in the world and the most manufacturers and buyers of agricultural goods. China is main producer of corn, cereal, potato and tea. However, due to COVID-19 pandemic, China more focused on treatment field. Next, Japan. Japan is the third largest economy in the world. This country is one of the largest producers of fishing products because it has maritime area. However, agriculture sector is limited due to its small surface factor. Japan also focus on technology and productions of the largest electronic product in the world. Japan is the third country that producing car models and the second country that producing ship. Next, we move to the political condition. First, China. Political condition in China is peaceful. The Common Program and the organic laws had governed the People's Republic enacted in 1949. The CCP is the party who's leading the China. Xi Jinping, who is the China's new leader, holds triple role, which is Secretary General of CCP, Chairman of the Central Certificates, and the President of the States. Next, Japan. Yoshihide Suga is the Prime Minister of Japan since 16 September of 2020. The longest Prime Minister is Shinzo Abe. Lastly, social condition. First, China. The culture of China is one of the world's oldest and most complex culture. There are many things that make China culture is unique. There are several languages spoken in country such as Sino-Tibetan and Han. Next, Japan. Japan is the culture of society describe the laws that regulate how business function in society. There are a few elements of Japan culture that can be identified such as religion, communication, social culture and language.
There are many market opportunities in China such as import and export trade, healthcare and supplementary education. Firstly, import and export trade. As China is currently the largest exporter of technology goods and importer of processed foods globally, import and export trade are one of the China's market opportunities. China's exports consist of manufactured goods, which are textiles and electronic equipment, while for imports, China's import consists of industrial supplies and capital goods, which are machinery and high technology equipment that are being imported from Japan and United States. Secondly is a market opportunity for healthcare. Healthcare industry is very remunerative in China. Chinese consumers are willing to pay extras for healthcare as they are very concerned about their health. There are many companies invest in business that deals with herbal supplements or small health product or a mainstream pharmaceutical company. Third is supplementary education. In China, there are a lack of English teachers and training centers that provides English class. Thus, market opportunity for supplementary education are very necessary. After-school private tutoring service are also one of the cost-effective supplementary education. Next is market opportunity in Japan. Japan is the third largest economy in the world after the United States and China. First of all, market opportunity in Japan is pharmaceuticals and healthcare. Healthcare industry is one of the most stable industry sectors in Japan. Japan is highly reliant on imports such as vascular stents, and it is highly conducive for foreign companies that offer medical technologies. Secondly is high technology. Japan is a lucrative market for doing high technology business. There are many successful US companies entered the Japanese market such as Apple, Microsoft and Yahoo as they generate more than 1 billion annual revenue. thirdly is gaming and music industry. Japan is currently the third largest games market in the world. Some examples of well-known games are Mario, Pac-Man, Sonic, and the Sonic Hedgehog. While in music industry, Japan is the world's second largest music market. Gaming and music industry are very cost-effective and a wide market opportunity for foreign to enter the industry. So I am going to explain about its trading partner of China. China has many trading partners in the world as China was ranked as the largest exporter of goods. China's largest trading partners are United States, Japan, Hong Kong, India, Australia and also Malaysia. China is now one of the US major suppliers of advanced technology products and global supply chains. China's imports consist of industrial supplies and capital goods, which being imported from Japan and the United States. China became a member of the World Trade Organization (WTO) in 2001. Forms of regional economic integration in China is free trade agreement. China has free trade agreement with several nations including ASEAN, Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan, and Switzerland. China-Australia Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, and North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, are the examples of free trade agreement in China. Last but not least is trading partner in Japan. In 2018, Japan was the number 3 economy in the world in the terms of GDP. The top exports of Japan are cars, vehicle parts, and integrated circuits that exports mostly to China and United States. The top imports of Japan are petroleum gas and broadcasting equipment, importing mostly from China and Saudi Arabia. Japan has concluded several bilateral partnerships such as Free Trade Agreement (FTA) in forms of economic integration, particularly with countries in Southeast Asia.
China are trade barriers that include numerous restrictions implemented and fees to discourage trading. It has two categories, which is tariff and non-tariff barriers to trade. The term of tariff is a tax placed on a good that is traded internationally. As they leave the country, some tariffs are imposed on goods. For non-tariff, it's referred to China trade barriers unrelated to additional fees, which include policy, regulation, and license requirements. Tariff is a tax or duty levied on a certain class of imports or exports. Worldwide tariffs have increasingly been imposed against goods from China. Based on the research, in January 2016, European Union has a plan to impose a new range of tariff on Chinese imports. Perhaps any potential tariff should research as well to be understood before they're deciding to import from China. For non-tariff trade barriers, China import quotas as the most important non-tariff. It is one of the various ways countries that try to protect their own market from the adverse price that can effects of exports of other countries. In ensuring that there are compulsory limits imposed on products manufactured abroad and sold within the country. This scenario is not only happen in China because many countries around the world will impose such restrictions. Example of non-tariff barriers includes license, quotas, embargoes, foreign exchange restrictions, and import deposit. Okay, so for Japan, tariffs in Japan are based on the harmonized system, and its most duty are in percent based on the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, which is JATT valuation system approximately cost, insurance and freight value. Japan retains tariff and restriction on products which are important to some Australian exporters, including agriculture items, while Japan's average applied tariffs that are relatively low for non-agriculture products. It is high tariffs that have a negative impact on the range of US industrial goods that export to Japan, such as chemicals, fish, food products, and jewelry. For example, leather and footwear, Japan has maintained high tariff on leather, footwear, and travel goods that range around 3.5%. Japan has some non-tariff barriers which could have an effect on commercial operation by impeding or delaying the importation into Japan of foreign products. A general interpreted perception that the market is closed and heavily regulated does not discourage potential exporters. Market access barriers for merchandise products and value-added goods are largely informal. Examples of informal obstacles include effective entry into business networks, market position, maintenance, and quality assurance of goods. In these barriers, it will apply some law and regulation, and import processes are strict and need to be clearly understood by the exporter. There are two categories that exist, which is import quota and import declaration. Okay, so let's move to the trending ban of the country, China. China has prohibited from entry the following items are arms, ammunition, and explosives of all kinds, and counterfeit currency and counterfeit negotiable security, which is printed matter, magnetic media, films, or photographs, which are deemed to be detrimental to the political, economic, cultural, and moral interests of China. In China's movie theaters, international films can only occupy around 1/3 of the screen time, a limitation that decreases the income of foreign movie studios and encourages the widespread counterfeiting of DVDs. Similarly, Indonesia restricts 60% of the viewing time of foreign films in 2018, Japan's government has issued instructions on effectively ban China's Huawei and ZTE from officially contracts, while the country stopped 3 telecoms operators arranged to imitate the Japanese ban will cover the government and therefore the self-defense force purchase of private computers, servers, and telecommunications equipment of a few state virus embedded within the equipment could cause system or malfunction or madly sensitive information to China, including military operations.
Multinational, or also known as MNC, is actually a corporation, could be a company that works in its home country and other countries everywhere in this world. It maintains a country-based headquarters that manage the management of all of its other offices, like branches of administrations or factories. The next point is nature of business. We have choose two multinational company. So the first one is KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken, or in a short form is KFC, is one of among the most popular fast food in the world. What product and services did KFC provide? KFC is specialized in fried chicken. It's actually an American alimentation chain located in Louisville. The original product from KFC is pressure fried chicken, seasoned with 11 herbs and spices from Southern's recipe. However, KFC also one of the first and foremost fast food company in China. The next company is McDonald's. McDonald's also is one of the famous fast food in Japan, although McDonald's is best known for its hamburgers, cheeseburgers, chicken product, breakfast items, and many more. But now, McDonald's company has introduced salad, seafood, smoothies, and fruit to its menu. In addition, McDonald's also is one of the famous fast food in Japan. Okay, next I will proceed with modes of entries to the host countries. How China can open KFC in their country. After the first outlet was established in Beijing in November 1987, KFC became the first Western fast food company in China, with 60% stake owned by KFC, 27% by Beijing Tourists, and 13% by Beijing Food Processing. The operation was by a joint venture. By joining the joint venture, now KFC dominates the fast food landscape of the world, with 5,000 restaurants in 1,100 cities in China. And how Japan can open McDonald's in their country. The first person in Japan who opened McDonald's was Fujita. Fujita have the chance to open McDonald's franchise in Japan after selling imported bags and shoes. Fujita managed to open the first McDonald's branch in Japan after getting an operating license from McDonald's Corporations in the United States. Japan first store opened in 1971 in Tokyo's Ginza district. Next is marketing mix 4Ps that used in the home country and host country. First, I will explain on KFC first. In Louisville, US, KFC is synonymous with fried chicken, and the existing hamburger fast food market has been challenged. Pressure fried chicken nuggets flavored with special seasoning of 11 ingredients are the original product. Other KFC specialties are extra crispy chicken, buttermilk biscuit, and home-style sides. KFC is expanded its menu in 1990, while in China, KFC adapts to local preference and typically launches new product on the market. Therefore, to accommodate the local Chinese preference, some new Chinese-style foods such as fried rice, noodles, and chicken have been added into the menu. However, KFC didn't burn down the culinary traditions of China. Other than that, we also have price. For price marketing, I think every country providing the same thing because KFC target segment is families of young people belonging to the upper middle or middle class in urban and semi-urban areas, and they also divided into two groups, which is one is optional pricing and one is bundle pricing. For optional pricing, you guys can buy it like separately, and for bundle pricing, you guys can get it like easy to say set. So I think if you guys buy the bundle pricing, the bundle food, you guys will save your money. The next marketing mix is promotion. In Louisville, Promotion KFC has a website and a presence of social networking platform such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It also relied on the promotion of the mass media. KFC advertising appear in print as well as in broadcast media. Print media comprises newspaper, magazines, and many more. Okay. It also used billboard and hoarding on internal city roads as well as advertising roads. It is renowned for its taglines such as "finger licking good" and "nobody does chicken like KFC" and "so good", and they are still used in promotional event. However, in China, there is a Cantonese edition of the commercial for "We Do Chicken Correctly". Standard meal sets and discount rates for certain special food or meal sets are continuously available to raise brand and to motivate sales amount. There are also specially made children's meals for infants. In China, KFC is also active in many social events such as donating clothes and money to the affected countries, sponsoring and participating in many programs and functions such as Youth Football Festival. And KFC also founded the ChinaKFC.com website in China in 2001, which is a website specifically designed for customers in China. Last but not least is place. Both in Louisville and China have a strategic place for KFC, which everyone will go and buy them. But in China, KFC outlets are typically located in locations with a high national and city profile, wide regions, well-established distribution networks, and convenient access for local customers and visitors, and close to the suppliers.
Next, for the marketing mix for P strategy with each product, where the home country with Chicago, Illinois, and United States make the product mix of McDonald's involve the following major product lines like burger and sandwich, chicken and fish salad, beverage, dessert and shake, and McCafe, while the product in the host country Japan is Big Mac, Hot Panda, Happy Mac, Chicken McNugget, McFlurry, and Teriyaki McBurger. Then, the home country also use promotional meat where McDonald's provide new information. The tactics are arranged according to business importance such as advertising and direct marketing, but the host country use TV, radio, print, online media, and offer discount coupon for some good to commercial. Next, a combination of the following pricing strategies such as bundle pricing strategy and psychology pricing strategy is used by McDonald's. Customer can buy an extra value meal, for instance, in the home country. Compared to Japan, they reduce the price of a hamburger from 210 yen to 130 yen. Lastly, restaurant, kiosks, mobile apps, and Postmates are the main place McDonald's distribute its product in the home country, and some kiosks are temporary. These aspects support McDonald's vision and mission statement. Next, McDonald's has chosen to open the McDonald's in the center of country which Tokyo. It is because the strategy place in the Japan. Next, we move to the issue according to variation in living style and taste style of Chinese people. It is difficult to run KFC in China with an adaptable company. KFC has experienced the challenge of cultural difference such as the world power cultures. Second is KFC has been accused of advocating for using illegal drugs. to feeding their chicken to produce ice cubes that are dirty than toilet water. The large issue is the Japan McDonald's unit has registered its first annual operating loss since it became public in 2001. The sales drops by 30% In conclusion, there are the variety of activities and strategy to be entered in international business, either in product or service. But we must face any challenge that may occur before entering this particular country, as each country has a different legal, political, culture, and environment nature. Entering a business in other country is not as easy as we can see, but there is an efficient way to enter the foreign market. Besides, we can also expect that China's and Japan country will be better because with the developing countries and that they will be able to earn more profit in the marketplace in the future. Because we can deny that they already aspire as developing countries not only in business but also in all aspects like technology compared to our country.